Hello everybody, Anthony from SteamFirst.com here, and today we're playing Orc Attack Flatulent Rebellion. I don't know why I said it like that, it just sounds so awesome. So this game is obviously a game that I was asked to review. It's kind of like a MOBA. It's kind of like Orcs Must Die, but like you play as the orc, and instead of setting traps, you just kind of move around and kill, not orcs. It's pretty cool actually. Anyway, so this game apparently is made for controllers, or it's most optimized for controller use. However, I tried to plug in a controller, and every time I do, much like what just happened there, game crash. But anyway, yeah, so plug in a controller, game will crash. But everywhere you go, like if you go into like say help and options, we're gonna go here anyway. It'll say like B for back, and you hit B on your keyboard, and nothing happens. Same with this mouse cursor. It's obviously made for controllers. And even if you guys don't believe me, now if you hit controls, look what you see. It's a controller. I'll even click just everything I possibly can here. I'll even just spam some keys. I'm like, you guys won't be hear that spam right now. Nothing happens. That's it. I gotta actually hit back manually. So yes. Anyway, all right, there we go. Game crash number 3. However, anyway, sorry, I can't speak today. So back to this how to and controls menu. So what I like about this, first off, how to play menu, and it kind of tells you, just click the. I'm not gonna go through every one, obviously, but this just tells you a little, thing about each bit of the game. So it tells you experience and skills, your abilities, farts and burps, the maps, water lilies, all that kind of stuff. I think that's pretty helpful. Anyway, so going along, we have controls. I already showed you that. Just the Xbox controller diagram. Anyway, settings is all we got for settings right now. You can change your FX and music volume, which is cool, as well as put subtitles on or off and blood on and off. In matter mode, you have dirty or magic mode here. Let's see if we could. So only 2 modes right now is dirty and magic. Whoops, dirty and magic. You can already kind of assume what those mean. Video resolution, you can change this, although if I have it at anything but what it was, I actually just changed it. I don't know how to put it back. There we go. It'll crash. Anyway, graphic quality, middle. You have obviously low, high, middle. I'll leave it at middle. It was like that by default, so I'm never going to touch it. And then your language, it goes from English to, English to Spanish, French, German, Italian. That's about it. So yeah. Anyway, other from there we have the credits, which you guys know what that means. Anyway, back to the main menu bit. I enjoyed this whole main menu. I like this little hut with like the snow and the moving. It's not too overpowering, not too in your face. It's nice and blurred out. It kind of gives you a slight idea of what's going on. Follows the artwork. It's kind of that silly type of artwork. It's nice. I like the logo a lot as well. I don't know, it's really John. So anyway, so back here we have a statistics, leaderboard, achievements, help and options, and exit. Play online. You can obviously play online with other people. I'm not going to do that because, 1, I have no friends, and 2, I have no friends who own this game. And yeah, let's open some gameplay. I'll see you guys there. Alright, like I said, this game is optimized for controllers. However, whenever I plugged in a controller, it just crashed, which forced me to play with the old reliable keyboard and mouse, which is unfortunate because games like this are best played with a controller, but that's fine. It was the most tedious thing in the world playing on the old keyboard and mouse. I was able to control my orc with the mouse and attack with some buttons on the keyboard and pretty much use every basic functionality, which seems fair enough, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, sorta. It's great that the game is at least playable because it was a beautifully designed game, but there are no blatant infographics that show you the keyboard layout, nor is there a way to rebind the actual keyboard controls, so I not only have to learn each keyboard bind seemingly on accident, at random. I was forced to use the default keybinds when I did find them, which again wouldn't be bad if they were reasonable. There was an attack with E, another with, I think, D, one with Q, one with Y, and then a roll with the right mouse, and a bunch of others. I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to be able to bind movement to H, J, K, L, and attack with left mouse and right mouse, and maybe some, like, P, O, it depends how many there are. But as far as I can see, there's no simple way of doing so. However, onto gameplay. As you can see, my skills in this game are less than MLG tier. Not that I usually do well in these games. This one was even harder because of the controls. I am going to blame this one on the controls. couldn't do it. Sorry, guys. I do, however, still like it. I like it a lot more if I could play properly, but we'll sort that out later. A bit of background first. It's just like all other human, not quite human species versus human game. There are the two races. They no like each other. One does something to tick off the other, and a massive fight ensues. Short and simple, just the way I like it. Just how these games always go. I do enjoy these styles of games. The camera angles make downing your foes in combat feel so much more satisfying. It's one of those games that are just better off played with a friend, though. When you play alone, even hindered by issues like mine, you notice the game's faults more and more. One being the fact that I could hardly play it with the keyboard and mouse, but also just the simple stuff. Like it's kind of like Orcs Must Die. If you really notice the very little to if not no enemy variety, as well as some little nitpicky things like the walking and jumping animation on both the enemies and you kind of look ridiculous. This is the type of game I play with a friend, just kind of unwind and just kind of like shoot the clouds with. I was going to say another word, but I probably shouldn't. I don't know if that's the proper way to say that phrase. Anyway, just the kind of thing I'll just kind of play with a friend while talking, just kind of hanging out, maybe have some not so competitive competition with. It's cool like that, but it's not something I'd be too invested in as far as single play goes. I don't, as much as I hate saying this, I always hate saying this, it's kind of like a novelty game. It's not something I'd be too invested in. Even with co-op, I wouldn't be too invested in it. But with a friend, it is enjoyable to just kind of go around, cartoon violence, that type of thing. Kind of like Orcs Must Die as well. But I do appreciate it for what it is, and it does have some potential, I suppose. Anyway, just the kind of game that I'll just kind of pull off the shelf when I have company. You know what I mean? Just one of those types of things. Anyways, it's not the best game in the world due to that type of novelty enjoyment. It's also not the most visually appealing game in the world. I do, however, enjoy this look. You guys know that kind of cartoon-esque, goofy, silly art style doesn't take itself too seriously, as well as the sounds. I do enjoy all the effects and music, like always. There's never been a game where I haven't enjoyed the sounds. I've noticed that lately. There's never been a game where I've not enjoyed the sounds and also not enjoyed the visuals. I think there's been a couple games I've enjoyed the visuals in, but that's not important right now. I'll look through those old videos. So anyway, that's it for this video. It's kind of a short and sweet type of review. Just kind of what I think of it. I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible, below 6 minutes if I can. Anyway, I'd recommend this game to fans of co-op and killing things, as well as anyone else who wants to buy it. Whatever. My name is Anthony from SteamFirst.com. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please check out SteamFirst.com for the best review videos and content and all things revolving around Valve and Steam. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe like some of my others, you can find me on live stream every day on twitch.tv/AnthonyTofu. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you in the next video.